Welcome to English Unlocked with Audivy. I'm Emma.
And I'm James. We're so glad you're joining us today.
Today, we're diving into a really important topic for anyone learning English.
We're talking about how to talk about yourself with confidence.
It's a skill that truly opens so many doors, isn't it?
Absolutely, Emma. Being able to share who you are, what you do, and what you're passionate about can make a huge difference.
It helps in both personal and professional interactions.
We want to help you feel completely comfortable.
And natural when the spotlight is on you.
So, let's kick things off with the absolute basics.
Why are self-introductions so important? It's more than just saying your name, right?
Exactly. A good self-introduction is your first chance to make a strong impression.
It sets the tone for the entire conversation that follows.
Sets the tone is a great phrase there. It means it establishes the general feeling or character of something.
So you're laying the groundwork for how people see you.
And how the chat will go. Precisely.
Think about meeting someone new at a networking event or a new classmate.
Your introduction is the very first piece of information they get about you.
And if you're not confident, it can really come across in that first moment.
Potentially making you seem less approachable, which we don't want.
What are some simple, effective ways to introduce yourself?
Well, beyond, "Hi, I'm James," you can add a little bit of context.
Or flavor, as you like to call it.
Exactly. For example, "Hi, I'm James, and I'm a software engineer at Audivy."
I'm working on new language learning apps. That's much better.
It gives them a hook, something specific to ask about.
So, hello, I'm Emma, and I'm one of the hosts of English Unlocked.
Where we make learning fun. Perfect. It adds personality.
Or if it's a more casual setting, you could say, "Hey, I'm James. I just moved to the city a few months ago."
Still exploring all the great coffee shops. Yes.
That's smart because it's not just stating facts.
It's opening a door for connection and showing a bit of your personal side.
Right, you're giving them an in to the conversation.
Something they can latch onto.
A short, positive statement about yourself, perhaps with a touch of personal interest.
So, making a good first impression really comes down to being clear, confident, and giving them something interesting to work with from the start.
And this leads us perfectly into our next point, building rapport.
What exactly does building rapport mean, Emma?
Building rapport means creating a connection of understanding and trust with someone.
It's about finding common ground and making them feel comfortable enough to open up themselves.
So it's not just about polite conversation.
It's about genuine connection.
Common ground means shared interests, experiences, or even opinions, right?
Yes, exactly. It helps break the ice, which means to overcome initial shyness or formality.
And it makes the conversation flow much more naturally.
People feel more at ease when they find something they share.
I can totally relate to that. When you find common ground, the conversation just takes off effortlessly.
How can we actively build rapport when we're talking about ourselves?
One great way is to mention something relatable in your introduction or during the initial conversation.
For instance, "I'm Emma, and I love hiking, especially to clear my head after a busy work week."
Oh, I see. Someone who also loves hiking might immediately say, "Me too. Where do you usually go?"
You've instantly found common ground, and the conversation flows.
Precisely. Or, "I'm James, and I'm currently learning Spanish, which is a real challenge."
Especially the verb conjugations. Another language learner might empathize immediately.
And share their own struggles. That's a fantastic example.
It makes you human and relatable,
It lets others see a piece of themselves in you.
making them feel less alone or more connected.
You're not just a title or a name.
You're someone with interests, struggles, and passions.
This openness makes the connection much stronger and more authentic.
So a good introduction isn't just about sharing information.
But sharing information that invites connection.
It's about opening up just a little to let others in.
And remember, building rapport is a two-way street.
After you share, be sure to listen and ask questions about them too.
Okay, let's move on to something that might sound a bit corporate.
But actually applies to everyone. Personal branding.
What does that mean for everyday interactions, James?
Personal branding is about defining who you are and what you stand for.
It's how you consistently present yourself, both online and offline, to the world.
So it's not just for celebrities or big businesses?
It's really about how you want to be perceived by others in your daily life.
Exactly. Think of it as your unique selling proposition or USP, but for yourself.
What do you want people to know, remember, and feel about you when they think of your name?
Unique selling proposition. That's a good one. It means the unique benefit of a product or service.
That differentiates it from competitors.
So, for yourself, what makes you uniquely you?
Yes, for instance, do you want to be known as someone who is reliable, incredibly creative, or a natural problem solver?
Or perhaps a kind and empathetic listener. That's a great way to put it.
It's about being intentional about the message you send.
So, if I want to be seen as a great communicator, I should be a great communicator.
And highlight that when appropriate.
Exactly. For instance, in an introduction, you could say,
I'm James, and I enjoy helping people break down complex ideas into simple, understandable terms.
that really paints a vivid picture of you as a clear and helpful person.
It's very different from just, I'm James and I work in education. It shows your value.
Exactly. Another example could be, I'm Emma, and I'm passionate about making English learning fun.
And genuinely accessible for everyone, no matter their level.
That immediately tells people about your mission, your energy, and what motivates you.
It's not just a job title, it's my passion. It frames who you are, what you value, and what unique strengths you bring to the table. It's about highlighting your authentic self. So personal branding isn't about being fake or boastful. It's about understanding your best qualities and communicating them effectively and confidently.
It's like curating your own story.
Yes, and it gives you a real sense of purpose and direction when you talk about yourself.
You know what key messages you want to convey.
It sounds like having this clarity can actually boost your confidence significantly.
When you're introducing yourself or sharing your story in any situation.
Absolutely. When you're clear on your brand, you can speak about yourself with more conviction, purpose, and genuine enthusiasm.
You're telling your story on your terms.
And that's truly empowering. It's about taking control of your narrative.
And showing the best version of yourself.
We've covered the importance of self-introductions, building rapport, and the basics of personal branding.
All essential for talking about yourself confidently. These are fundamental steps, Emma.
Once you understand these underlying principles, you can start to really craft your message.
And make a lasting positive impact.
So how do we actually put this into practice?
What are some specific phrases and strategies we can use to weave these elements into our conversations smoothly and effectively?
That's a great question, James. And the first step to weaving these elements in is by using clear language.
Absolutely, Emma. When you talk about yourself, especially your skills or experience, avoid jargon or overly complex words.
Right, because sometimes we try to sound smart, but we just end up confusing people.
Exactly. The goal is to communicate, not to impress with vocabulary that no one understands. Think about your audience.
So if someone asks what you do, what's an example of using clear language?
Instead of saying, I optimize multi-platform digital engagement strategies, you could say, I help businesses use social media better to connect with their customers.
Much easier to understand. It cuts right to the chase.
Cut to the chase is a great idiom there. It means to get straight to the point without wasting time on unimportant details. For example, let's cut to the chase. What's the problem?
Love that. Another example for clarity?
If you're talking about a hobby, don't say, I engage in the meticulous cultivation of herbaceous flora. Just say, I love gardening and growing my own vegetables.
See how much more approachable that sounds? It invites further questions rather than shutting them down.
It really does. Clear language builds bridges, not walls.
Okay, so once we're being clear, what's next? How do we make what we're saying more memorable?
That brings us to our next tip. Share interesting details. Don't just list facts.
You mean like adding a little bit of personality or a story?
Exactly. Think of it as painting a picture. Instead of just saying, I'm a software engineer, you could add a small, interesting detail.
Like what?
You could say, I'm a software engineer, and I love building apps that solve everyday problems, like the one I recently made to help me find the best local coffee shops.
Oh, that makes it so much more engaging. I can picture that person, and it tells me something about their interests too.
Right? It's not just I do X, but I do X, and here's why I find it interesting or how it connects to something personal. It gives a glimpse into who you are.
What if it's about a skill? How can you add interesting details there?
Let's say you're good at problem solving. Instead of just stating, I'm a good problem solver, you might say, I'm a great problem solver. I actually managed to fix my old car's engine by watching online tutorials, which saved me a lot of money.
That's a fantastic example. It's concrete and shows initiative, plus a little humor.
It shows, not just tells. It gives depth to your statements and makes them more relatable.
So combine clear language with a few interesting, brief details. I can see how that would make a big difference.
It definitely makes you more memorable. People connect with stories and personality, not just bullet points.
That makes perfect sense. But James, sometimes even with these tips, it still feels a little bit scary to talk about ourselves.
And that's completely normal, Emma, which brings us to our final crucial tip: practice regularly.
Ah, the age-old advice. But it really is true, isn't it? Practice makes perfect.
Or at least practice makes improvement. The more you do it, the more comfortable and confident you'll become.
What are some practical ways our listeners can practice talking about themselves?
Start small. Practice in front of a mirror or even record yourself speaking. Listen back and see what you like and what you want to improve.
That can feel a bit awkward at first, but it's super helpful to hear yourself.
It truly is. You can also practice with a trusted friend or family member. Ask them to give you honest feedback.
Like a rehearsal for real conversations.
Exactly. And don't just practice for big, important situations. Practice in low-stakes conversations.
Low stakes? Can you explain that for our listeners?
Sure. Low stakes means situations where there isn't much to lose or the consequences aren't very serious, like talking to a barista when ordering coffee or chatting with a neighbor.
So you're not practicing for a job interview right away, but building up to it.
Precisely. Start with easy conversations, perhaps about your weekend or a new hobby, and gradually increase the challenge.
That makes it feel much less intimidating. Every small conversation is a chance to practice.
Every interaction is a chance to refine how you express yourself. It's about consistency, not just a one-time effort.
I love that. So to really master talking about yourself with confidence, we need to use clear language, share interesting details, and practice, practice, practice.
Those 3 steps, combined with understanding why it matters, are your roadmap to confident self-expression.
It's all about making genuine connections and letting your authentic self shine through.
Well said, Emma. It's about being your best, confident self naturally.
What a fantastic journey we've been on, exploring how to talk about yourself with confidence. We hope these tips help you feel more at ease in any conversation.
Remember, every word you share about yourself is an opportunity to connect and make a great impression. Keep practicing.
Thanks for tuning in to English Unlocked with Audivy. We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Don't forget to subscribe to Audivy on YouTube for more tips and lessons to unlock your English potential.
See you next time.